Hello there, good morning. Matthew Miller here, and yes, it is about 5 to 9 in New Zealand time, and I found this article about a Q&A, a closer look to New Zealand no weapon ban. People, they're coming for your guns here in New Zealand. That's what this event was staged for. In Christchurch and that though. I actually had watched the video, but I can't actually share that video because because there will be offense to do so. Because I actually heard people sharing that video and they've been getting at least like up to 14 years imprisonment. So I'm not going to do that because I'm not willing to spend some time in jail. So if you're gonna call me to share that video, I'm not going to do that. Because if I do and I had that video on YouTube, YouTube will take that video down in a heartbeat. So there we go, and let's see what this government's got to say.
Today I'm announcing that New Zealand will ban all military-style semi-automatic weapons. We will also ban all assault rifles.
Semi-automatic and assault rifle, so like sort of like an AK-47 or something if you had it at home. And then that's also a military style weapon as well, and there's that fellow on the screen doing the sign language as well, because the people are deaf here in New Zealand as well. So, well, I'm going to continue on.
We will ban all high-capacity magazines. We will ban all parts with the ability to convert semi-automatic or any other type of firearm into a military-style semi-automatic weapon. We will ban parts that cause a firearm to generate semi-automatic, automatic, or close to automatic gunfire. In short,
it's just... there we go, people. There we go. And that's why that event was actually a false flag. I'm not going to say it's actually a false flag, so it's... so people, it's paid always do your research, so... well, let's continue on. What Josina's saying about... So.
Every semi-automatic weapon used in the terrorist attack on Friday will be banned in this country. These changes will require legislation. That legislation is now being drafted and will be introduced under urgency. A shortened select committee process will apply, so I encourage all those who wish to submit to start now. My expectation is that the law will be in place by the end of the next 2-week sitting session, which is by the 11th of April. As at 3 p.m.
by 11th
today,
of April, people.
an order in council took effect. These changes to our regulations will ensure virtually all of the weapons I have announced as being banned will be categorised as weapons that require an E-class endorsement. The effect of this will mean that no one will be able to buy these weapons without a permit to procure from the police. I can assure people that there is no point in applying for such a permit.
Oh, see, people... they're coming for your guns, for those semi-automatics and that though, and that's what Australia actually done back over in the Port Arthur event as well, which 35 had died as well, and boy, that's what governments do when they want to pass new, if they want to pass new laws, they stage an event. So they'll get you to be scared of it though. It's called problem, reaction, solution. And on the sides like this. So, well, let's just stop there and let's look at that. What's being banned, and let's go to that video there. It says warning contain footage of fire, but I'm going to be watching that.
So this is a MSSA. It is a fairly standard MSSA military-style semi-automatic. It comes with a 10-shot magazine, but you can buy extended magazines. To own one of these, you need an E-category license, so you get vetted every 3 years. These are the ones that almost certainly will be bought back because they're designed for killing men, not for any other thing. And the political mood is such that I don't think that these ones are going to be available for much longer. If it is to be bought back, there are about 7,000 to 8,000 licence holders and approximately 19,000 of these guns in New Zealand. Average fair price on them is going to be about $2,500. Looking at perhaps about $50 million to buy back at fair market value. This semi-automatic shotgun almost certainly won't be banned. It is a very popular gun for duck shooters, and they're a very committed group of people. The buyback cost, if the government went down that path, would be in the vicinity of $300 million. This gun is where the grey area is. It's a centrefire semi-automatic with a low capacity magazine, and it is a gun that many deer shooters choose to use, but they don't put a whole lot of extra rounds in it with a big magazine. You don't need 10 shots if you're going to shoot one deer. You should really need 1 or 2 shots. Accessories will likely be banned, so this is a style of gun that you can buy bigger magazines for, and those bigger magazines will be banned. So this is a Ruger 1022.
Yeah, to make the magazines smaller, people.
Gun in New Zealand. It's been around for 55 years. It's a semi-automatic 22 that is used for rabbits, hares, possums, and a lot of them around farms. The industry standard sort of pest control gun for farms. Probably as many as 200,000 of these in the country. You're looking at between 350 and 400,000 of those as a rough estimate. And the average buyback price when you depreciate guns, probably around $500. So you're looking at a very, very large amount of money to be spent on buying back those if they proceed to buy them back, which doesn't appear likely. Any gun with a bolt action, where it isn't semi-automatic, it's got a bolt, you won't use it as it won't be banned. But what might be banned is the bigger capacity magazines.
Yeah. People, yeah. So, it won't be all guns or so, but the thing is, I don't really buy into it though, because the government could stage an event so they can have more guns banned. So that's something I could probably predict against. It could occur in the near future. That you could probably stage in another event, so they'll give you the guns, and yet here in New Zealand, gun laws quite insane because you have to have guns in a safe, and the safe has to be bolted to the floor and the wall. Yeah. And that's not going to actually really work easy if you're actually renting as well. If you want to say, hey, landlord, can I actually have a safe bolted to the floor and the wall? Yeah, but like, if you're actually going to go duck hunting and that though, and you decide to stop at a gas station either for gas, or you want to get some Coke or chips, or even a pie, or even some cigarettes as well if you're a smoker. If that counts as a smoker or what. Or even just going to the toilet, but if the policeman find you a firearm and says so, and he asks you, hey, why do you have that firearm in your car? What are you doing? I'm going duck hunting. But then say, well, you don't have a reason for this firearm to be there. So you shouldn't be possessing a firearm, so. And you'll probably get arrested for that as well, for leaving a firearm unattended. Yeah. This is So you can't, yeah, if it's dark country, you have to really just drive from A to B, follow it all the way, because you can't stop. Yeah. Here, so this boom was affected immediately. Well, there's actually going to be a black market as well, and those criminals, they ain't going to be giving up their guns as well. Including the gangs and that, they ain't going to be giving up their guns, because criminals don't give up their guns. Yeah, and I bet there'll be another event similar to one in Christchurch, so they can get us to give up our guns as well. So that's something I bear in mind. Because this event was actually staged. I have watched the video, but I'm not going to ever show it to you because it's an offense for me to do so. Yeah, so this is all I got to say for now. See what the government's got to say about the... Yeah, they have more to say about this, people. So this is all I got to say. It's Matthew Miller signing off, over and out.